What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Bones and Brews. We are outdoors today in the sunshine here, very beginning of March, and we are going to kick off today with a little jalapeno popper chicken dip on the smoker. Let's get started. All right, you guys, cannot make this recipe any easier on you because we're going to start with the rotisserie chicken we picked up from our local grocery store. Super easy to do it this way. You could also smoke your own chicken if you like to as well. But ultimately, we're looking to only need about 2 to 3 cups of that pulled chicken meat off of that chicken anyway, so we really don't need a lot. And then we've got a ton of other ingredients here. We're going to blend in that pan together today as well and get it on the smoker. So let's get started. Okay, friends, step one, we're gonna pull that chicken out of the bag. And we're gonna begin to pull some of that meat off of them. I'm gonna get that skin off of there. I don't really want that skin. And to be honest, you don't even have to work really hard at this as well. You just start pulling some of that white meat, breast meat off of there, and you get some of that dark meat if you want as well. And really, I'm just kind of pull this with my hands until I get about 2 cups worth here. Next, we're putting in that 8-ounce block of cream cheese. Even though I left the cream cheese out, it is definitely cold outside, so still not really that room temperature we want, but that's okay. It'll get melted in that smoker today as well. Next, we are going to take ourselves a block of sharp cheddar cheese. And you guys know how I roll. I prefer to go ahead and shred it myself and not buy that pre-bag stuff with all the other chemicals they put on top of that cheese that way. Fresher is better. We're looking here to get ourselves about a cup's worth of this shredded cheddar. We're going to do the same thing with a block of pepper jack as well. Once again, shredding ourselves about a cup's worth here as well. And now we'll throw in a few more ingredients. We're going to start with, get ourselves about a half a cup here of sour cream. Throw that in there. All right, and then next we're going to go ahead, got some fresh diced up green onions. Also some fresh diced up jalapeños. For the jalapeños, I'm using 2 really big ones here that I diced up. You can also use the pickled ones in the jar and dice those up as well. Or more jalapeños, less jalapeños. Just depends on how much heat you really want. All right. And then next we're gonna start throwing some seasoning in here as well. So we're gonna start with a little bit of garlic powder. We are going to go with probably about a teaspoon's worth here. Try not to let that wind blow it everywhere. Next, we'll do the same amount with a little bit of onion powder. And then we're going to go with what will be probably about a half teaspoon, so just a dash really of some smoked paprika. And last but not least, we'll top it off with a little bit of just salt and pepper. All right, my friends, so at this point, you could, if you would like, take yourselves a spoon, start to blend some of these ingredients together just a little bit. That sour cream is really going to be later on in the smoker. And that cream cheese, it'll mix a lot better once it starts to melt. So we're going to get it on our smoker here at like about 250, 275. And then once it's on the smoker, it should only take about 30 to 40 minutes tops to get fully melted. So we'll get it on the smoker. We'll let it cook down for about 20 minutes and we'll open up that lid real quick, give it a good mix and go from there. But for now, let's take it on over and get it in the smoker. All right, let's get that lid open and try to see if we can quickly give it a stir. Oh yeah, that cream cheese is starting to melt and so is that pepper jack and everything else. Probably could have used a smaller pan here, as you can see, or doubled up on the ingredients. All right, kind of mix together there. Get that lid back on. Let it go here for about another 20 minutes. And while that dip is on the smoker, you know, when you have a jalapeno popper, it's typically wrapped in bacon. So we're gonna cook up some bacon here and chop it up and use that as a topping on top of this dip today. Okay, jalapeno popper dip is ready to roll. You can tell that I use that big pan, probably could have went smaller. So what I'm actually going to do before I take it inside and serve it, plus I can do this as a method to keep it warm if I want to throw it in the oven in the house and keep it like on a low heat until we're ready to serve this as well, is I'm actually going to take my pan here. I got myself a very small like cast iron casserole dish. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer that over to my casserole dish here, sliding out so nicely because all those cheeses are just melted perfectly. You guys should smell this. That chicken smells great. Now, once again, as I mentioned earlier, you could like smoke a whole chicken yourself on the front end and then use that full chicken. That'll almost give this almost like a double smoke taste as well. All right, so we got that pan out of there. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna top this off so it is ready to serve. All right. Look at that, my friends. That just looks better already, doesn't it? All right, so a couple things we're gonna use here. I cooked up some bacon on the Blackstone, crumbled it up a little bit. So we're gonna take some bacon, spread that across the top. Now you could do this in the beginning and mix it as one of those ingredients. I'm just using it more as a topping instead. All right, and then I've got a few more diced up green onions we're gonna throw across the top and some sliced fresh jalapeno that we'll lay on there as well. Now you don't have to do the jalapeno part if you don't want to, since you already got some cut up jalapenos inside, but you know what? Why not have more? Okay, and there we go, my friends. There is our jalapeno popper chicken dip with that little special bacon topping. We're gonna grab ourselves some chips here in a minute and give it a taste test. Taste test time, my friends. Let's grab ourselves a tortilla chip. All right, let's dig right on in here. Make sure I get some of that bacon, because you know what, we made that extra, so gotta get a piece of that on there. Oh yeah, my friends. The perfect dip for the perfect day. This is absolutely incredible. Just this mixture of cheeses, nothing's too like over the top, with the complexity of the cream cheese, the sour cream, a little bit of that pepper jack and the cheddar. Perfect mix all the way through. I actually really enjoy the taste of that rotisserie chicken in there, believe it or not, as well. And it made it really simple and easy today. And I'm so glad we topped it off with that bacon. All right, and as I mentioned earlier, you could put that bacon in your mix on the front end if you want, and then maybe come back and add as a topping so you had more bacon, more bacon, more bacon, because you can never get enough bacon. All right, friends, I'm gonna keep enjoying this dip. We'll see you guys again on Bones and Brews.